So writers, today I am continuing to coach myself through my second fiction book so it can be ready to go for our stories around the campfire. I don't remember what I've written so far, so I need to look at my work and reread it to see what I'm going to write today. Of course, I have my plan out to help. Okay, so I opened my book. Oh, and that's right. I wrote the beginning of my story yesterday. My plan said at the beginning there were these kids playing on the playground and Henry was feeling alone. So let's see what I wrote. Creak, creak. Henry could hear the sound of the swings and children laughing as he walked. I added that because I thought it sounded better. It was recess and everyone had a friend. Everyone except Henry. I wish I had a friend, Henry thought. A tear slid down Henry's smooth, dark cheek. He felt alone. Henry watched longingly as his classmates played soccer and tag and wished he could join them. He looked down at the ground and watched his tears make a puddle in the dirt. Okay, so I wrote the beginning of my story. Now I'm ready for the middle. So let me look at my plan. Okay, this is when I introduce the problem. So the problem is that some of the kids try to invite Henry to play with them, but Henry gets really afraid because even though he wants friends and he feels lonely, his fear holds him back, which makes him even more lonely. Okay, so that's when I want to write in the middle. Here I go. So thinking about what I said, so his tears made a puddle. So he's feeling sad. Okay, so I think I'm going to make Henry talk. So it'll be like, Henry, do you want to play with us? And then Henry will start to feel like he's sweating and his heart will pound. And they'll talk back and forth, but then I'll show that Henry was too afraid. Okay, I'll write it. All right, I started with my writing. These are just my marks because I'm revising now. It says, hey, Henry, do you want to play with us? Asked Daryl. Henry's stomach tightened. His hands began to sweat. His heart pounded in his chest. This is my chance to have a friend, he told himself. What if they're mean? Another voice said inside Henry's head. Not sure what to say or do, Henry panicked and ran from Daryl. He was so embarrassed that he found a dark corner to sit in and cry. So after I wrote my middle, I drew my picture. So you can see here's Henry thinking, what should I do? And here's Daryl. Hey, Henry, come play soccer with us. And so I went back over and made sure I started with capitals and ended with punctuation, and that I was using star letters and capitalized names. I need to fix some spelling though, and maybe choose some different alive words, but I'm mostly done with my middle before I move on to my writers. There's a lot to think about when you are drafting. You're thinking about your star letters, starting with capitals, ending with periods, making sure to capitalize names, but you're also thinking about bringing your characters to life and making the story interesting for your readers. Have fun making the beginning or middle of your story today.